welcome to the Capital Dance Studio, Schak.
Hello, mate. Absolute pleasure to be here. How are you?
We are absolutely buzzing that you're here, my man.
Mate, I'm buzzing on here. I feel like I'm in Star Trek, man. The studio's mint.
We have got a spaceship. We've got a couple of spaceships.
Well, mate, I'm on board.
You are now our captain for the next hour, taking over right here on Capital Dance.
Buzzing, mate. Buzzing to be here. I really appreciate the invite.
Mate, the reason why we had to invite you is this new single. We have been loving it, and so much so we had to make it our record of the week. It's this week's Jam Hot, Inferno with Scorchio. Talk to me about this record. How did this one come about?
So, obviously, like you'll know yourself, the original came out in 1997.
Yes.
So Ministry presented the stems to me. They said, like, look, all of this has been, they've got all the clearance on it and stuff like that. And they said, like, look, would you fancy reworking it? And initially I said, like, to my manager, I was like, I love the original so much, and I'm really respectful of either reworking or using other artists' work. So, for instance, moving all around, Kim English is on that and she's deceased.
Yes.
So that, for me, if I'm going to touch someone else's artwork, especially if they've passed away, it has to be done correctly. So I was like, I don't know, because I love the original so much. However, the original, because it was made so long ago, it's got no low end at all.
Yes.
So I was like, right, I can't add something to this. So I went, I'll give it a shot, see what happens. Give it a shot, and here we are. Woo!
You've done, no, but this is the thing, listening to it, I can tell that you were a fan of the original.
Oh, mate, I love it.
Because it's such a classy rework, and you've made it feel like a Schak record.
Oh, but mate, that's really kind of you to say, because like I remember I came across it because LF System were playing it, right? And then Ben played it, Ben Hemsley. I was like, what's this record? So I looked it up and I was like, this is unreal. And I in my head, I was thinking I'd love to make something like this one day, because it is a masterpiece, because obviously it sampled Dan Hartman's Relight My Fire strings in a very tasteful way. So when the opportunity came along, like, part of us really wanted to do it and a part of us didn't, because I've been offered other classic tunes before and I've said no.
What's the ones that you've turned down?
Dominica, Let You Go. I played in all my sets, mate, but I turned it down. I said, nah.
Well, you see the Feet's Lighter version. That's all right.
Yeah, no, but I got offered to do it. I said, nah.
Okay.
Mate, I love it so much, but if it's not broke, don't fix it.
I want to talk about the promo with this record, because you've always got something up your sleeve. One of the things that you do, that you do better than most other dance producers right now, is the way that you will talk about your record.
Mate, listen, the last mad thing I did, obviously, was St. James's Park. Right, so it's like 40,000 people, like, going from there. Where'd you go? Now, I have got something planned, but I can't tell you what it is because it's so egregious. All I'm going to say is the other day we tried to do one in an abandoned water park. It's called Wet n Wild in No Shields. At one point in time, I think it was the biggest one in the UK. Basically, there was a hole to get in, so you could get in, but the hole had been sealed. So I was just like, oh. But mate, literally, right, there's a slide called a kamikaze, and it's this tower, and the tower's glass. So on a night time, I had lasers, smoke machine. I was going to go in there, mate, just have a full on rave until the police turned up. But that didn't come to fruition.
I'm kind of happy you didn't do that, because I'm kind of happy that you get to sit here now. Because I've got a feeling that might be a custodial sentence.
Maybe, I don't want to sabotage my future, but I just buzz off doing mad stuff or doing stuff that other people have never done before.
You brought a studio crew with you, and it's made up of a couple of people that I've known for a number of years who I know don't like their voice on radio. So, studio crew, make some noise!
Oh, yeah, Jack. Oh, you can speak longer than that.
Salesy could do better than that. Jacko could do better than that. Studio crew, make some noise!
Yeah! Come on! So we've got Phil and Jacko, and this is one of my best friends, Kennedy. He's going to be my tour manager. So that's one of the great things now, that I'm in a position where, like, I'm able to bring my closest friends on this amazing journey with us, because I want them. Like, many people, I've been asked this, you know, like, I've been on this journey, I've been asking people, you know, like, who've been doing it for a long time, advice and stuff. And some people have said, like, oh, employing the friends was the worst thing that they ever did. But my perspective on it is, I want to surround myself with people who I know I can trust my life with. It's not just them doing their job, they're surrounding me with their energy. Do you know what I mean? So they galvanise me Do you know what I mean? Especially in this world that we're in, you've got to be very careful with who you share your energy with. So I'm in a position where I can bring my friends along, and I've got roles already lined out for my friends for this enterprise that I'm wanting to build. So I'm just really, really grateful. One, that I have the friends, amazing humans who show me unconditional love every day, and they've been there through the really, really dark times, mate, where I had nearly nobody, you know, and they were there. And the times where maybe I considered giving up or not pursuing this anymore, they always nudged us along. I've always believed in myself, but some days you need that, just that little extra push. And there might be someone who's listening now who might be going through some turmoil in their life, and what I would say to those who are listening is, this too shall pass.
Yeah.
Tough times don't last, but tough people do.
Oh, 100%.
You just got to keep on moving forward. And I know how blessed I am to be in the position that I'm in, because not everybody is, and I'm so grateful. Like, look, I've released one song, and I did this off one song, and it literally changed my life. I was on the dole. I didn't sign off the dole until October, and I'm in a position now where I can look after my mum, look after my friends. Do you know what I mean? And do incredible things with my life and fulfill my purpose and my destiny, and that's why I'm so grateful, and I count my blessings every single day, and I say thanks to the universe for being here and for being in the position that I'm in.
You unite people. When I play Moving All Around, I can play that to my 5-year-old daughter, and she loves it. I could play it to my 13-year-old daughter, and she loves it. I could play it on the radio here, and I guarantee you there are people listening to this station who are in their 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s, 30s, 10s. Yeah. Everybody loves that record. People from different backgrounds, different places, different socio-economic backgrounds will all come together and rave to the music that you make.
Yeah.
So you unite people through what it is that you do.
I love camaraderie, but it's something that is few and far between now, and I don't think that's deliberate.
Now, you speaking about camaraderie and what you've got in Newcastle. Talk to me about being part of the Trick family. Talk to me about Patrick and Ben and everybody that's around that.
See, it's mad because, like, Patrick was the first one in the new generation really to make it from our era. Obviously, you had, like, Sting beforehand. But the smart thing is, loads of people don't know he's from Wall's End, because obviously he went off to New York, had to go and do his things and move to America because times were different then. Luckily for us, I don't have to move anywhere. The Newcastle's the hub. But like when Patrick made it, when he first blew up in 2013, when Jamie Jones like found him in that, everyone was so buzzing for him because he was he made it. But Patrick's such a kind soul, and again, to touch on what I was talking about before about community, and this is a northern thing, I think. And my manager always hates us talking about this, but in Newcastle, what I find is, mate, is I don't find it many other places, is that we are championed by the local populace. People want to see us win. I haven't seen that other places, and I wish the rest of the world was like that, because I may never ever get this opportunity ever again. And I've, more than anyone, more than me, my mum sacrificed her whole life for me to be in this position. The amount of stuff I put my mother through, like honestly, I drove her up the wall, like seeing my mum crying because of the things that I was getting up to when I was, a troubled young youth, and I turned my life round, and I always remind myself, like, she sacrificed everything so I could be here, and I'm never ever going to let that go. So I was like, right, I took it with both hands, and I went and I did what I did. And I honestly sit and think about, like, off where I am, I think 50% was the record, but I think 50% is all the other mad stuff I did as well. Because when I did St James's Park, do you know how many people, like, we were in the sauna the other day with a woman who's like 70 odd. Oh, you're that young boy, aren't you? Who did that thing at St James's Park? So I'm reaching people.
Yeah.
Who I would never normally reach. The demographic widened because football reaches everybody.
And it's because of that hub. It's because of the fact that you are coming from Newcastle. You're all looking out for each other. Yeah. Patrick has done what he's done, and now you're the next person to be coming through.
Mate, I've got loads of, like, Kennedy's got a cousin called Ricky Martin, believe it or not, is his name. He's really called Ricky Martin, right?
Is he living the Vida Loca?
He acts like him. But, like, he's learning music production, he's like learning up with DJ, and I've been teaching him things, and I've got other close friends, and I'm bringing them through. I want to bring as many as I can.
Yeah.
And give them this light and energy that I've been gifted with and blessed with. And I want people to feel, like, people ask us, like, how do you feel? I want them to feel like that, because I sat for ages dreaming about this moment. Like, mate, I got sent a video the other day, yesterday, of my name on a billboard in Ibiza next to Calvin Harris.
Now, I need to talk to you about this.
Yeah.
You're playing Ushuaia this year.
I am indeed.
Is that going to be your first time playing
First
in
season,
Ibiza?
I'm playing on the 10th of July 1st with Patrick and Ben at High, which is going to be mad.
Straight at the deep end.
Yeah.
Hi, Ushuaia. Come on, let's have it.
Yeah. I know, mate. I can't wait, man.
Your name being on a billboard in Ibiza, what does that mean to you?
Mate, I've got photos of the first time, because, mate, like, I didn't go on holiday until I was 22. My first ever holiday was to Ibiza, and he came with us, and I remember, like, all the DJs at the time I was following, when you first come in, when you come from the airport, and you come to the roundabout, and first thing you see is the big billboards. Yeah. You'll have all the DJs' names on and that, and I used to sit and just, like, daydreaming that about one day, like, if my name would be there, and like the fact that it is now, it's totally surreal, mate.
You're on the same lineup as Calvin and MK. What does that feel like? I mean, how did that happen?
Mate, man.
Was that them asking for you?
Not well. Basically, so obviously I'm with 360, so
part
Calvin,
of the family.
Yeah, part of the family. So they.
But Calvin still wouldn't have you on a show.
No, and but obviously, you know, I mean, he must like us in some way. So. So I mean, I can't be all that bad, is what I would say, because obviously you wouldn't have anybody bad on your lineup in Ibiza, right?
No, he was saying that he's moved the BPM of his music up because of Patrick and people like you.
Yeah, I seen that, and I was like, what? It's crazy, mate. Because as far as I'm concerned, and statistically speaking as well, Calvin's a goat. I mean, mate, what, 50? How many Phil? 15 number ones now? 15 number...
I don't know.
It's 15 number ones or something now. I mean, the guy is an absolute genius. Mate, man, like, he came from Dumfries, man, in Scotland.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he came from nothing, and look what he's done. Like, me, I was buzzing yesterday. I put the billboard up, and he reacted to my story. I was proud chuffed. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, mate, it's mad, man, because I met him 4 years ago with Bennett.
How? What happened?
So we were in Las Vegas, and so Tyson O'Brien, who warms up for Calvin, Ben was friendly with him, and that we were over there to watch UFC. And he says, "Oh, look, I can get on Calvin's guest list." So we went to Omnia first, met him there, and then we went to, I think it was Wet Republic at the MGM. And we waited outside before he got into his car to go to the airport, and we met him there. And the first thing I said to him is, well, mate, you are absolutely massive. As you can see, mate, I'm not the Empire State Building, but he is huge. He's about 6'5".
He's not small.
But honestly, he's like dead down to earth and that. And obviously, like, Ben would tell his interactions he's had with him over the years and stuff like that. And then mate, all this just came about at 100 mile an hour. I just saw you playing at Ushuaia with Calvin. I was like, what?
I feel like we need to talk about Nana Makina.
Nana Makina.
Nana Makina.
Makina, aye.
Nana Makina.
God rest her soul.
Ever going to make a comeback?
Well, as Lazarus was risen from the dead, if Moses could part the sea, I think Nana Makina could come back. You never know.
Is this like a Hannah Montana situation where Schak and Nana Makina...
She's not even in the same dimension, man, as Nana Makina. Let's just get that straight right now.
Hey, don't diss Hannah Montana!
Nana Makina was like, for those that are listening that don't know, I came up with the concept with my friend Kennedy actually on Xbox one time. We were playing on Call of Duty, and I bought this mask, right, prior, it was a couple of months prior for Halloween.
Yeah.
Me and Ben had just moved into this house, and I wanted a Halloween party, and it fell on a Friday. And one thing is, which I think is sad, is Halloween's not celebrated like it used to be years ago. And I was like, right, the inner child in me, let's get a wicked Halloween outfit. Now, this is again touching on our previous conversations about, you know, fate and how you are the architect of your reality, right? Listen to this. This is no coincidence how this worked out. I went on this website called Immortal Masks. They specialise in Hollywood special effects and makeup and stuff. So I was looking at all these masks. Oh, yeah, look, get this. And then I was looking in the male section, and it tells you the circumference of a skull that they'll fit. Now, as I've just said, I'm not the tallest person in the world. So I went and got a tape measure. I measured me head. And to my dismay, I realised that, unfortunately, I would not be able to fit in a male mask.
No.
However, I could fit in a female mask.
Wow.
And the only female mask I was willing to wear was this old, haggard woman, right? And I was like, right, I'll dress up as an old woman. So I went to Primark. And I did some reconnaissance. I watched like old women.
I've just got visions of you sat at Primark looking at the old women going, what's she buying?
What you buying?
What dress has she got?
No, mate, honestly, that's what I was doing. I was like, so what am I going to buy? What am I going to wear? So I literally scoped out these old women, watched what they were buying, got myself an outfit, went out on Halloween, actually went and seen him. He actually thought I was real because, mate, far away.
Your tour manager friend Kennedy thought you were a real old woman.
Mate, from a distance. Bear in mind, I had my hands covered as well, right? But like it looked so real. Anyway, Halloween party came and gone. I just chucked it in the cupboard. But then COVID came, right?
Yes.
Now for COVID, for a lot of people, that was a time of great turbulence and turmoil. But for me, it was one of the greatest things that ever happened to me because I came up with the concept during COVID and lockdown. I thought, right, everyone's at home, everybody's upset because their lives have been turned upside down. If I live stream dressed up as this old bird, right, jumping about, doing mental dances and that, it'll cheer people up. So now, for people who don't know, the name Nana Makina is a genre of music which comes from Spain, Spanish hardcore music. So that's why she's called that.
Because she's old and hardcore from Spain.
Yeah, and that was the genre of music that I was playing, right?
Mate.
So I started off in the first live stream I ever did. I had 25 people watching us, and I actually tore my lateral meniscus in my right leg doing it, right? And it's still buggered now. So anyone who's out there who's watched this from the beginning, there was sacrifices that were made. But the second time I did it, I ended up blowing up on Facebook. It evolved from there, mate, and it's because of that I ended up getting signed to Trick, because Patrick invited us down to Trick when he did it at the arena in Newcastle. He was just like, oh yeah, I'll put you on guest list, and I was like, this is my gift from a universe, this is it, this is my moment. So I went down. I went well early before everybody else because he gets blagged off everybody. Yeah. He came in, gave us 10 minutes of his undivided attention, and he was like, oh, like, he went, mate, you're smashing it in the Makina scene, you're doing really well in that. And I says, like, actually, look, Patrick, like, look, I've been making all this music on the side, and Ben says you might be interested in it. Can I send you? He went, aye, mate, send us all of it. I want to hear it all, and the rest's history, mate. What did I tell you about the mask?
Yep.
The circumference of my head?
Yep.
There's no way that's a coincidence. There can't be.
No. What's meant for you will be for you.
Well said, sir.
And on that note, I feel like we need to play a quick game.
What's the game?
It is called Set Roulette. The way it works is that we have spent no expense on a roulette wheel. Spent no expense whatsoever. It will land on either cringe, wild, or weird. And we need to know either the wildest, weirdest, or cringiest thing that's happened to you either whilst playing a set or at a gig. There's the wheel. Look at it spin. Look at the wheel spin.
There's the wheel. I can't see it.
No expense has been spent. Oh, look. It's landed on weird.
Weird.
What's the weirdest thing that you've either seen during one of your DJ sets or a broadcastable weird or a gig that you've been at?
The first time I went to Creamfields, I was watching Skrillex, and this guy just come up to us and he pulled his skin from his chin down to his clavicle, and he went, I lost 9 stone in a year, and just turned away from us. I was just like, yeah, if you haven't been to Creamfields, that epitomises it.
We love you, Scott and Jill.
Honestly, man, mad.
Right, I've got one last question for you.
Yeah.
I spoke about it right at the start of our conversation. The one record that you would want to rework.
Mate, the Pointer Sisters made some dope records. Like,
absolutely.
So I think it would probably be one of theirs. The only problem with them is they've already been touched. I'd probably be. I don't have one in particular.
Right, that's it. What we've got to do now is we've got to search the Pointer Sisters' entire back catalogue, and we've got to find something that can potentially be a future Schak
Might
record.
be already one step ahead of you.
What? Is that an exclusive? I wondered why your manager all of a sudden went bright red like, shut up, shut up. Okay. We're looking forward to that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think they're honestly great artists, and I think like you know, some people might say like Michael Jackson or Freddie Mercury, but I think their work's untouchable, if I'm honest. Like,
Say no more. We look forward to when our paths cross again in the studio.
I know, I'm loving it. Wait, there, one more thing I want to say is, if you're Mr. Jam, can I be Mr. Toast?
That's the first time anyone's ever said that to me.
Well, there you go. I'll see you soon, Mr. Jam.
I'll see you soon, Mr. Toast. Shut everybody!